Good morning. Good morning. Everybody okay? Last minute warm up. Good morning, everybody. Oh. Nice one, Michael. The filthy New York com. Oh, nice to hear it, Peter. Nice to hear it. I had a nice large mug about an hour ago. Oh. Shouldn't be a too long a stream this morning. It's not a mammoth. It's not an epic. It should be about an hour and 15, hour and 20 minutes maybe. Hopefully. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for joining. Which jersey? Which jersey? Can I get a witness? Oh. Good legs, Ed. Thank you, Tobias. It's like a cyclist version of saying good luck. I like that. Good legs. I haven't, Michael. No. Eric was hanging out in the chat the other night, and yeah, I've spoken to him a couple of times. He's got a lot of drive, and as you say, yeah, he's a great character. And it's always nice to see progression. It's a bonus. He'll have to change his name of his channel soon. I really don't know what bike to go with. I've gone for Tron just because. Oh, nice one. Good luck in your FTP test, buddy. Good luck. We're wishing you strong legs and strong head. So this is the Mountain 8 race, or it's a race on the Mountain 8 course, but it actually finishes at the top. So I thought it'd be a great little climber's gambit sort of simulation. Because I will be racing that Premier League race, which is a week and 1 day away. So yeah, getting my practice in. No, I'm not using it today, Ethan. Only because the efforts are longer and there's going to be less variation in there. So I've got my Wahoo on anyway, so I can shout out numbers. Just ask, and I will deliver. If you want to know anything. I thought I would record this one particularly, given the fact that I will be doing that Premier League race in a week's time on the same climb. So I thought, for continuity's sake, it would be useful to have that there in case somebody wanted to look at it. Yeah, so it's a summit finish on this one. It's a summit finish of the epic reverse. We do go to the top the first time. We go to the top of the radio tower. And then the second time, so obviously the finishing time of the climb, we don't go to the radio tower, we go to the banner. So yeah. Okay. Good morning, Kev. Happy Sunday. I get my excuses in now. I got some tired legs after yesterday. But hopefully the first climb will get me into it. Thank you. Yeah, Tobias, yeah. To be honest, Josh, I was one of those people that was poo-pooing them until someone sent me them as a gift, and I can't believe I've not used them before. I haven't used them in freezing cold weather, and I haven't used them in freezing cold wet weather. The only weather I've used them in is like dry weather, but it's been like 0 or minus degrees, and I can safely say that they're very warm. And it's the way that they keep your calf warm, and that's what therefore keeps the blood warm in your foot. It makes sense when you think about it, but at first I just thought they looked stupid, but practically they work very well. Oh, no worries at all, Simon. You go and enjoy the footy. And enjoy the pancakes as well, obviously. Send some in the post. If they're flat enough, send some in the post. Not much of a warm-up here, run. We're going to go straight into the first climb. Goes all the way to the radio tower. Good morning, Jesse. Spats make overshoes, Curran. Yeah. Morning, Manel. We've got Mr. Ashcroft here. With no pins. I certainly mistimed my starting my computer, so it's going to be 5 seconds off. I really like this route. The mountain route, is it Utopia Mountain 8? I really enjoy it. I quite like doing the KOM this way because it's a little bit shorter, but it's a lot steeper. I think I've done it in a race, Yannick, where I've been in a group, but I don't really know, to be honest. I've done it somewhere. I think I've done it in Bologna. It's a lot easier when you're in a group, or if you're racing, and you're racing sort of over the top and down. So, anyone who's maybe not so good at climbing, this is a great opportunity right here because of the dirt. Speed drops. Everyone's waiting for the climb. You can gain maybe 5 seconds or so, maybe even more if you're committed from here to the bottom of the climb. I think I need more fan. Full power fan. That's full power fan. Climb coming. Usually it's always a hard start here, so it's worth digging in, but you never know. Always drafty, this bridge. Give it the credit. Works wonders when you're with a group. Try and bring that heart rate down before we start the real climb. Drink. Not yet, Tim. Okay, prepare for a hard climb here as people want to whittle the group down. Fresh legs everywhere. I try my best, even. You gotta watch for these little bits here where it goes up by about 2 or 3%. Catches you out, like here as well. It's a Blue Yeti microphone. And my FTP used to be a lot lower, so it's all down to years and years of riding. Gotta watch for pace increase over here into the big ring. The bare minimum power I can get away with. Still in the group. Utopia Mountain 8. Settle. Morning, Kyle. Sorry, can't talk much. I'm Mick too. Hey, Mick. Make sure I'm with somebody here where it flattens off. Bit of draft. I'll stay with him. Gotta ride my own pace. But FTP. Gotta be careful. Come on, Michael. Ooh. See if I can get a sneaky arrow tuck in. Not quite. Oh, yeah, maybe. People always hit these bits really hard, but where I am currently, after my ride yesterday, I gotta be careful. FTP is my limit at the minute. It's better if we stay together, to be honest. 4 of us here. Trying to stay together. It's a long way as well, isn't it? Yeah, this climb does Mick, and then we finish at the banner when we come around next. So we've got this ramp, turn right. Where's Ashcroft gone? Yeah, well within it, Mark. Stay together, group, stay together. Yes. Hell no. Come on, guys. Now, the only issue would be now is if these two aren't feeling good. That'll be the only issue now. What was the time at the top? 41 seconds. Okay. All to play for. Thankfully there's not a lot of massive flat between the two climbs, so thanks for the ride-ons. What do you mean, Mick? Oh, the guys off the front, do you mean? Oh, one of the guys, I don't know about the other one. He went straight from the gun, I think. let's not jump to conclusions. I got a lot of stick from one rider at the bottom of one of my live streams. Funny enough, he was from South Korea. I don't know if this is the same rider. So, yeah. Oh. Vamos. Yeah, we're coming, we're coming. Slow down a bit then. Slow down a bit. Oh yeah, good shout, Peter. Oh, how do you say that then? Peter Z. It's a good point, actually. Those of you who don't know already, one of the best ways to descend, especially in a group, is to like give a little burst of power and then super tuck, and it's a little bit of fine art, isn't it, everyone? Like, sort of, you don't want to slip off the back while you're aero tucking. And a lot of people don't aero tuck because of the fear of sort of sliding off the back, which is fair enough. MK is non-Zwift. Oh, there we are. Okay. You gotta kind of like, I don't know, like there now where I'm sliding backwards, you just give it a little bit, and then as soon as you start to come almost into the back of them, that's where you can just freewheel, and you can just go, well, it's nice if you can just go straight through them, you know what I mean? And then you gotta watch then the bottom, where like 2 meters, 1 meters, and then they're coming back into your screen, and it flattens off here, so it's a good time to put a little burst in. It doesn't have to be much of a burst, depends how fast the group's going, but another flat bit coming up, so anticipate it. He's coming through my screen, the other guy's just behind. Although because it's a sustained flat section, it's probably best just to pedal a little bit, even if it's just 50, 100 watts. And coming through, super tuck through him, although we're not going very fast now. Cobbled section. What's up, Michael? My commentary? No, it's just I used to do it a lot, and then I stopped doing it. Thank you for the ride on, Scott. I'll pay you. I'll pay that back too. I used to do it a lot. I used to commentate sort of as the race went on, and like provide that insight. And then some people said like stop showing off, and other people actually like it. I don't know what. Obviously I can't do it when I'm going full gas, but Nice sustained descent here. Good chance for a big drink. White and pink, yellow kit. My teammates don't know if they work together. Hands are getting quite sweaty. Thank you guys. Thank you. I think I just try too hard sometimes to like make everyone feel like they're getting something, or like everyone like leaves with something to remember or something. I don't know. I know. I appreciate that, William. Don't worry, I do realise. I'm just about get away with a super tuck here. Everyone else is pedaling a little bit. Thank you, Alice. Yeah, it's never good when that happens, Michael. No. See here, even though I'm not super tucking, because the group is sort of ambling and not pushing on, I'm still able to freewheel and not slip off the back. So it obviously, like, it's obviously very risky because you're not super tucking or you're not going really quick, but same here, George. So here's a good moment to do it, just as we start going into the fast bit. We pick up a little bit of speed and then you could be the first one to super tuck. And even if nobody else is, you're still just grabbing a couple of seconds. Whoa, sub 90 beats a minute there. It's a nice little game you can play with yourself. MK is gone, Tim. He's got 2 minutes on us nearly. No, the spiky, going spiky like that doesn't really hurt you, because if you think about it in real life, how you descend in a big group or something, you'd have to like sprint out of corners. Maybe not on a social ride, but you know, certainly in a race, for example. So it's somewhat very similar. Obviously, you're not going around a corner on this, but you know, you're doing the surges that you might do coming out of hairpins. Why don't you speed up on downhills? What do you mean? It's because your missus is always chasing you, Michael. Get off that Zwift. You're always on that Zwift, Michael. Yeah, Michael likes the spikes. You should see Michael's power graph in his races. Something to behold. Yeah, he's doing well in here, man. Sign him up. He's Sign him up. 17 degrees in here. Cameras. I'm not sure where we go now. On a mountain bike. I did one on, I did a birthday live stream where I did a mountain bike. I chose mountain bike, did a race. Well, he's not affecting the race technically now, is he? So, like, he rode off literally from the start, I think. So, he's not affecting the race. You know, we're not chasing him or... It'd be quite nice the way this race is playing out because of all this recovery. I entered this for a start because I wanted some almost like a 2x20 minute, although the second one won't be 20 minutes. So on the back of yesterday's training, this would be a nice way to round off the week. Yeah, that guy behind, he wasn't that far off us at the top, so he just about missed out on being with a group, I think. Why do we go here? Michael, there's too many answers to that question, really. Like in this situation, it's actually very race specific in a little way because obviously it is a race, but the gaps between the two of these efforts will be quite big. So maybe, you know, they wouldn't be as big as this. Maybe they would just be 5 minutes, 10 minutes. But no, it's somewhat like, if you take, because I always try and use myself as an example, some of the events I do this year, like the Haute Route or Marmot or anything where your recovery is basically only just the descent and then and maybe a bit of flat to the next climb. Yeah, yeah, 8x20. Yeah. it's more like, it would be more like 1x40, 1x20, 1x30, 1x60, you know. You could always, to throw a curveball, you could always argue that 2x20, although it's a classic, it's not very useful, because when do you ever do 2x20 in a real situation? Like in this race now, say if I was training for this race, so yeah, it's, you reckon, Mick? I think I need to concentrate now, because things are happening. One of them is definitely slower to react. That's without the radio tower, Tim. Yeah, over-unders certainly, I think, a little bit easier to get through mentally, and maybe physically as well. My word. Okay, can't talk. That's not good. Why were they sprinting? Thank you, Scott. Oh, that's handy. We don't know where the finish is. Ooh. Yeah, I thought I just had a little gap there, so I just sustained the effort just because, like I say, they just finished that sprint, so lactate would have been building and then pushing on there would have, that's a little bit of my forte there, so it was a good period of intensity. Unless maybe they're not confident in their yeah, that's right, Tim, that's why I picked it. Maybe they're not very confident in the final climb. I don't know. Maybe that's why. Only time will tell. I'm only here to push myself up the climb, really, so if you want me to try something, it's probably not going to happen here. No, race is a good training, yeah. This is technically a good training session for myself off the back of yesterday's 5.5 hour ride, so plus with the stuff I've got coming up, there's a lot of threshold work in here with a fairly decent amount of recovery in between. Aside from that effort just then. Cheers, Ethan. Thank you. Thanks, Mick. And hopefully I've still got good legs. Oh, if you're redlining the whole thing, then no. I mean, it has to fit in some way. But that would cause a lot of damage and fatigue. Redlining the whole way. Especially if you're racing very often. It really depends, see, because as you notice from like some guys, you know, like even in the backpedal A teams, they're at a level now where they're able to do these races with a lot of recovery bits in between like this. And when you're able to do that, when you're able to sneak those recoveries in, you're able to sort of come out the race with not less fatigue, but it's less of a drain than just redlining the whole time when you're hanging onto the back of a group, you know? Yes, Matthias, nice. Motivation for me, yeah. Thank you. I mean, you can do that, but don't do it really often, because it'll hurt you. Thank you for the ride on, David. Just when I need it. Oh. Hey, thank you, Lenny. Thank you, everybody. Oh, flipping heck. Oh. Oh, my legs are shaking now. Oh. Oh. Thank you for tuning in, guys. That was actually a tough race with the with what was going on the little group I was in on the flat road. It made it really difficult. To work out what was going to happen. Should have a look at the power graph now, really, shouldn't we? Oh, there's a lot of red there. A lot of red. Oh, excuse me. I've got to be honest. flipping heck. The like the way the guy was climbing with me, I don't know what he typed because apologies, I'm only fluent in Welsh and English. But he seemed to like drop off the back of me. Oh, he's waiting for his teammate. Okay. Well, yeah, I dropped him off on that little flat bit. And then he almost had like another little surge then. Like when he lost 30 seconds, he put in a little surge, and that worried me a bit. Because I thought he was actually going to come back, because he was legit strong. You know, the fact that I mean I gotta be honest, like I was on the limit there, climbing with it, mainly because let's have a look at the graph here. Because I put in some digs at the bottom, I immediately obviously committed, so it was difficult to sort of, once he then came through and I stopped sort of surging, once he came through, although it was a more steady pace, he was lifting it to like, you know, 7 watts per kilo every now and then, and I was like, you know, I'm not, at the minute I feel strong, but there's like a mental block at the minute because I haven't done like these sort of efforts, and so I'm a little bit like second guessing myself. So I tried not to like glance at the power, because as soon as I see like the 400 number, my mind starts to like play games with me, and I start thinking like, I don't think I can sustain this. But luckily he wasn't doing like massive surges. Yes, he was going to 7, but they weren't like really sustained. It was like 15 seconds, 20 seconds. So like for me, that was like, it was just about borderline. If he was just going to ride at that for like a minute, I think I would have been dropped by him. But then as we came to like that last sort of 2k, and he put in a little bit of a move, but it was definitely one of the shorter ones. When we went up then and we just started to round the final, or not the final bit, but it flattens off just before you go up the final sort of 1 kilometer climb section. And because of the flatter bit, I thought if I go just before it and I get a gap, it might be easier to maintain the gap on the little flat bit, so that like if we're both doing the same sort of power, he's not going to close the gap and I'm not going to like, so we're going to stay. So if the gap's like 20 meters, it's going to stay 20 meters, so that when I hit the last bit, if I got enough to go again, hopefully it's enough to break, because a lot of this is like psychological. I think, you know, when you're racing, sometimes, well, most of the time it's physical. Like if you put an attack in, like it's obviously physically hurting, but like there's a lot to be said for like the mental side of like, if you can break somebody, you know, it definitely happens to me as well, like where I've been caught out and then I'm halfway between a gap and not, and it just demoralizes you. And I think sometimes if you can use it to your advantage, like going early like that, before the actual last kick, you know, going on that little bit where it flattens off, and getting the gap there just gives him that, it just gives the rider who's chasing you that little sort of, they're like, no, I'm gonna have to make an effort on this flat bit, and I don't want to. I want to make an effort on the climb. Do you know what I mean? So you don't do it deliberately. It's things you look back on and you think like, I suppose that's how, you know, it can affect your race mentally. Yeah, racing is obviously a massive mental battle. Well, any effort is a massive mental battle, isn't it? But yeah, I think I'm going to turn around and just thank you for the donations, guys. Thank you so much. I should start my own like this is like my own like Eurosport, isn't it? You get the race and you get the debrief, all in one. Turn around, Avatar. It's like a little donation towards towards my commentary and my racing exploit. Nice one, Jonathan. A little bit gutted that the cooked breakfast not coming my way. Edrosport. Edurosport. No, that's true, Tommy. Yeah, I'm not well read on cheeses and stuff like that. Actually, I don't think I'll go this way because it's harder. I think you've got. Oh no, yeah, you've got too many climbs, so we'll go that way. Make it easier. And we get power data and timings. I know. I watch. I watch the GCN / Zwift sort of broadcast as well. And it is a little bit frustrating sometimes, isn't it, when you're so used to seeing this maybe from a live stream, and you just it's like painful watching something like that. But yeah. Oh. That's a shed full of climbing as well in that race, isn't it? Got 1100 meters. I'm definitely warm now. Definitely warm. Yeah, so this is it here. See how it flattens off quite considerably before that last bit, and this bit right here where you turn. Well, if I was to turn around here, there's people obviously still coming up. Look, it's -6, -7%. It's not ridiculously steep. It's not as steep as some of the bottom sections, and that's why I think sometimes when you're going this way, because you've got these little micro rests, if you're capable of using the micro rest, by the way, I know a lot of people I'll be honest, like obviously if you've got great condition and you're in good form, you can really use these micro rests to your advantage. But like the really steep sections, I always say I'm not gonna beat a dead horse, so to speak, but like you can do a lot of damage on steep bits. Get over this bit. Can I ride every road on Zwift in one go? Bloomin' heck. Must be some ride that. In one go? How can you do all the worlds in one go? You can't though. Or maybe it's just all in Watopia. Here we go. Down we go. I keep trying to kill Hank. Maybe they're Hank's ideas. Hank is the type of person to do those extreme sort of extreme things. Oh. Thank you, Jonathan. Will I make it all the way down now without pedaling? I don't think I will I? I'll have to pedal again. I was hoping I wouldn't have to. I saw that one this morning, funny enough, Mark. Yeah, I was watching it while I was drinking my coffee. Nice climb, wasn't it? Nice climb they used. Really nice scenery. Not quite sure. No, that's gonna be it. That's gonna be it for today. Done enough damage to myself. Yeah. Probably gonna go out for Sunday food, and Sunday always seems to be my race day, of Sunday morning anyway, and then I chill out on a Monday. Nice one, Eric. Have a good spin. Have a good spin. Here we go. Down the last bit we go. So I can jump off. Ugh. How many hours a week am I doing at the minute? Well, this week I've done 17. I've done 17 hours this week now, I think. 16, 17. The next couple of weeks are going to be roughly the same. Next 2 weeks maybe. And then I'm going to have an easier week. Because I'm doing... well, I've got some things coming up, so the way it's sort of structured at the minute, that's where it's falling. So the next 2 weeks are going to be roughly the same. The only thing that changes over the next 2 weeks is intensity rather than hours. Yeah, I'm going to be doing a lot of hours soon though, because obviously I've got a race around Wales to do, which is 1,000 kilometers in May. I've got potentially the Mallorca 312, which is a 9-hour event. And I've got like obviously some big endurance events like the Haute Route and the Marmotte. So yeah, it requires a fairly big amount of fatigue resistance, etc, 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 isn't it? So change teams. No, it's well, this is the team technically I race for, Wahoo local, hence the jersey. This is the team that I guess this is my primary team. My secondary team is Backpedal, which I technically ride for on the road, you could say. Like I created Vamos CC, which then changed to Backpedal when we were thinking of other names. So yeah, there's also the Backpedal Zwift community, which also has a Backpedal community, which also has a Zwift or e-racing or e-riding division, I suppose you could call it, split, or you know, like a segment. What do you call it within the same? What word am I looking for? Organisation? I don't know, but yeah. So sometimes I race on the Backpedal when I'm doing races that aren't when I don't need to ride for Wahoo. But then like the bigger events and stuff, then I've done with Wahoo, because well, currently Wahoo are in the bigger events. So I'll be racing next Monday in the big Premier League event, which goes up that climb. Jason, you need your rest, don't you? Look after your tooth. Thank you, Rob. What do you mean, Mark? On their website? Whose website? Marmot? Now, well, myself and Phil, we registered like 2 years ago, so Backpedal didn't actually exist then. So we haven't amended anything. We haven't. So yeah, we haven't registered under a team. Haute Route, you can do that. You can enter solo with a team, but obviously we don't have enough riders to enter as a team. It's a Haute Route is, you know, more of like a once in a lifetime sort of event because of the expenses and things like that. So obviously I'm incredibly grateful to have complimentary entry because I'm an ambassador, but that only stretches to one event. I say only, but that's like it's still massive. But yeah, we'll you know, it's something for the future maybe, Mark. Yeah, for sure. Okie dokie, I'm gonna run off. Thanks for your company, everybody. What do we get there in the end? We got 300, almost 370 for 13. Only 15 watts shy. Ish. It's alright. And that's really helps when you race against somebody that pushes you like that, like the rider there in the final climb. It's really good. Oh, nice one, Mark. Okay, we'll do. Cheers, buddy. Right, thanks, guys. I will see you. I'll see you in a video tomorrow, probably. And big news coming this week, so stay tuned. Exciting. Catch you later.